Greetings, hello, welcome on in. Unoptimized, full here from the closet. Glad you could be here for another video. I want to obviously talk about World of Warcraft today, but this time I want to talk about the treadmill that we're on. Obviously, this game is a giant treadmill for convenience, right? And sometimes that can be a bad thing. So, I want to talk about how that could be a bad thing. In addition to that treadmill that we're currently on, there's more treadmills on the way. Now, again, quality of life changes to the game are relatively good in the short term, right? They make things easier for us as players. I get it. Now in 11.2, there's another quality of life change that it's great, but it's also going to have side effects. And I want to talk about this, okay? Again, quality of life is good for games because, again, it's a game, should be enjoyable, should be somewhat of a treadmill, but sometimes we can go overboard, right? So on 11.2, in the new, well, not new, because technically it's from Shadowlands, the city of Teravesh, it's going to be our major hub. There's going to be a room that's going to have different portals, and these portals are going to take us to the Bountiful delves that are across the new expansion, right? In every new zone. So now you don't have to go to the zone exactly, you don't have to fly to it, you don't have to take the flight path, you can just go to Teravesh and take these portals, and it'll take you to the Bountiful Delves. Now obviously these are going to reset just as Bountiful Delves reset every day. Obviously once you take the portal to the delve, you can't just take the portal back in, right? So you have to go back to Teravesh, but if you just set your Hearthstone there, it should be okay. Now this, if you just look directly, this saves a lot of time. You can go from content to content. There's not a lot of much in between time. Okay, that sounds perfect, right? Quality of life change, right? And again, I can't argue, I can't say that it's not a good thing, right? Because it reduces the downtime that you can go from content to content faster and faster, right? But quality of life things do have side effects, guys, right? The dungeon finder, it's very convenient. You don't have to sit in looking for a group all day, but now the game seems a little bit less social. Now you're not going to be, remember when you guys were forming groups back in the day, looking for a healer, you guys were talking in party chat, complaining about healers, or, what, I need help with this quest, can you help me with this quest real quick? You guys were talking. Now we don't really talk. I go into dungeons, and even Cata Classic right now, with the dungeon finder, and no one talks. Again, that has other issues with just general MMOs in general right now, but you see how these treadmills, like these quality of life things, are great, but they also have some side effects. So I'm saying that this quality of life thing with these portals are going to have side effects, right? They're going to have us in the world less, right? Again, when you shorten the length between content, you are taking away the world, right? So instead of flying to these delves, now you can just take a portal. So now instead of looking at these zones or maybe talking to a guildie during the flight path, you're now just going from content to content, limiting those interactions. Now again, they're small. Again, not saying this is going to be a major problem down the line, but again, quality of life changes do reduce the game social aspect as well as just general World of Warcraft. Again, this is a majorly big game, open world game, and now we're taking a lot of the open world away, right? Again, all these treadmill systems and quality of life systems always take away from the open world, right? Now we don't go to the vendors anymore. We can just go on our mount, right? Or now we don't have to even go to the delves anymore. We can take a portal. We don't have to take the flight path, right? So again, where the game's going to evolve over time, and I think overall these systems are better, but they do take away, not every system is not all positive, guys. Every system has a drawback, and the drawback of this is that there's now less time between content, which is also a good thing, right? But what you would fill in between those pieces of content are going to be gone. Talking to guildmates, checking on some transmogs, right? Just doing minor things, going to the bathroom, stretching your legs, right? We need this downtime to stretch our legs. You should be stretching your legs every hour, guys, okay? I'm not the most healthy person here, okay? I'm not going to give health advice, but every hour you should be getting up and at least stretching your legs, because it's just, you want to keep moving, guys, okay? That's, and as you get older, you start breaking down. Okay, but yeah, guys, again, I just wanted to just bring this to attention. There is going to be that portal room taking to the delves. It's going to be a great quality of life change, but there's going to be some negative side effects. I'm not saying that we shouldn't enjoy it. I'm just saying that maybe sometimes we should think, like, does this bring as much value as it's taking away, right? And I want every quality of life change, you need to analyze it and see, is it taking away more than it's adding? Now, normally it doesn't, right? It adds more than it takes away. But again, it takes away stuff. And at one point do we say, maybe we shouldn't do this? Right? Just let's be conscious about this, guys. I just want to keep an eye out for this, okay? An ear out for it. But what do you guys think? Am I just blabbering about this in the closet, or do I have a point? Again, I want to hear your opinion again, because this is not an echo chamber, okay? I want to hear different opinions, right? Now, if it's wrong, it's wrong, but just kidding. I'm just being a jerk. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Unoptimized Fool from the closet. I'll see you guys next time.